Ukraine is facing a growing crisis over the number of internally displaced people from the conflict-stricken east, a situation that only seems to be worsening. The UNHCR's chief in Ukraine said the situation was tragic.
Since last year's World Refugee Day, there is a tragic situation unfolding in Ukraine. As of June 2015, more than 1.3 million people were registered as IDPs.
Many of the internally displaced end up in places like this former tourist camp in Ukraine's eastern capital of Kharkiv.
We can't imagine what will happen to us in the future, because at the moment we don't want to return home because of what's going on there. As for staying somewhere, even in Kharkiv, which I like very much, I cannot imagine myself doing it, because our home is there, and I really want to go back there. But at the same time, I cannot imagine life and future of my children there.
European Commissioner for European Neighbourhood Policy and Enlargement Negotiations, Johannes Hahn, paid a visit to the camp and said that people there should be recognised as refugees.
We are all being deeply concerned if you see refugees, and these people are refugees. Even they are called internal displaced people, these are refugees. People had to leave their homes, their families, and this is always something which affects a normal human being, no matter from where you are.
Yelena Gredchena told Reuters how her family fled their hometown of Debaltseve as fighting intensified.
I was pregnant when we fled Debaltseve. Then I gave birth. We lived in Mironovka for half a year, and then the fighting started again there, and we came here from there. Volunteers help with everything we have. That's all from volunteers.
Yelena Trisenkova, also a refugee from occupied Luhansk, said her family's future is uncertain as they have no money to permanently settle in a new place.
Firstly, there's no certainty in the future. The situation now is such, anyway, this is not our permanent home. We need to get out, to search somewhere, to build anew. But it's practically unrealistic without getting help from the authorities, which does not reach us for some reason.
The war erupted last April after Russia annexed Ukraine's Crimea in response to the ousting of a Moscow-compliant president who fled Kiev after a popular revolution which ushered in a government committed to integration with Europe. Moscow denies it has any regular troops in Ukraine, despite what the West and Kiev says is incontrovertible proof. More than 6,200 people have been killed since fighting broke out in April 2014.